Foreign ministers from DRC and Rwanda met in Angola capital for talks aimed at easing tensions. Good afternoon, our dear viewers. Welcome to the 1 p.m. news edition coming to you live and direct from Golfe TV Africa here in the city of Cotonou. I am Hazel OGOIGBE. Now to the news in detail, starting from the local scene. Now, Benin is taking another important step towards achieving good governance. Last Thursday, the Minister of Labour and Public Service launched the popularization of the Code of Ethics and Values of Public Administration. The ceremony took place in the presence of technical and financial partners. More information in the following report.
The cabinet meeting on Wednesday, July 13, 2022 has updated the Code of Values and Ethics of the Public Services. Now called the Codes of Ethics and Values of the Public Administration, it comprises 17 new values that define the rules of behavior of public agents in the performance of their duties and contributes to restoring the brand image of the public administration. This code is intended for civil servants, public company employees, elected officials, external collaborators, and employees of any organization with a public service mission. The Minister of Labour and Public Service had been instructed by the government to popularize this code and to ensure its application throughout the public administration as part of the efforts to curb impunity and strengthen the rule of law in Benin. A guide to disciplinary procedures has been published for disciplinary bodies, namely the management committees and the joint administrative commissions in charge of disciplinary matters, as well as the National Disciplinary Council. It aims at building the capacities of the various stakeholders regarding the initiation and conduct of the disciplinary procedure, as well as providing them with templates of letters, orders, and reports related to the disciplinary procedure. These two documents were developed and made available thanks to the support of technical and financial partners such as the International Cooperation of Switzerland and the European Union, two international institutions that support the Ministry of Labour and Civil Services in this government initiative through the support program for the fight against impunity and the strengthening of the rule of law, led by the Transparency International and Social Watch Benin Consortium. The head of the International Cooperation of Switzerland in Benin, Elizabeth Pitlow-Alonsar, the head of Team Governance and Economy of the European Union Delegation, Juan Luis Barbola Casas, and the African Regional Advisor of Transparency International, Samuel Kanenda, have all recognized the merits of the government of President Patrice Talon, which has made the promotion of good governance its main focus since 2016, with the establishment, by whatever means possible, of good practices across all sectors of Benin.
Still on the local scene, the Workers' Union of SBAA organized 3 days of sit-in. This occurred in all the agencies of the Electric Company of Benin. Now, the union wants to show its discontentment with the management of the reforms initiated within the company. The workers denounced the lack of action by the authorities and urged them to react to restore order and justice in this vital sector in the Beninese economy.
Ce que nous constatons est qu'il y a beaucoup de déviance de gestion et les gens ont pensé qu'avec l'appui de l'État, ils peuvent faire ce qu'ils veulent.
We've noticed a lot of things are going wrong, and regarding the management of the company, people believe just because they have the support of the government, they are allowed to do whatever they please. If we do not act about it, we'll be seen as accomplices of everything that has been going on here. Though we are not permitted to go on strike, we have to do something to show our discontent towards bad governance. Even the government have noticed all this, reason why they fired the former general manager for underperformance. All the unions are together in this movement to raise the alarm on how bad the situation is.
Toutes les organisations sont ensemble pour démontrer que ça ne va pas, appeler l'opinion publique et les gouvernants à voir avec nous ce qu'on appelle une gestion à la SPE. Il y a beaucoup de sacrifices, et surtout financiers.
Many investments were made in this sector, but we've noticed the managers are mistaking reforms for the right to do anything they want. There are so many unnecessary extra expenses around here. It is simply unbelievable. What is going on here is really a sensitive case, and we need to draw the attention of the population.
Ce que nous constatons dans la gestion, c'est délicat et il faut que les gens voient avec nous. Et les résultats ne sont pas là. Oui, MHI, c'est Manitoba Hydro International. C'est au fait.
MHI, meaning Manitoba Hydro International, is a Canadian company which has been in charge of the reforms at the Electricity Company of Benin. It's been 3 years that they've been managing the company, but frankly, what is going on has nothing to do with what is supposed to happen. Regarding the fact that they are so-called specialists in this field, nobody is saying anything about their management. But we decided to do something about the situation.
Prendre nos responsabilités en main, tirer la sonnette d'alarme et que les gens viennent nous écouter. Nous ne grèvons pas inutilement. Nous décidons alors de manifester notre mécontentement en portant le rouge massivement.
This is not a vain strike. We've decided to come to work, but all dressed in red, to draw the attention of the populations. We've had some talks with the authorities already, but up to now, nothing has really changed. If we really go on strike, we will cripple the whole sector, and the population will be the collateral damage. The population has done nothing to deserve this. It's not their fault. Though we've started the sitting, we keep the door for discussions open, and we believe they will listen to us so that we can stop the sitting instead of worsening it.
C'est pourquoi le mouvement a commencé. Malgré ça, nous continuons avec les discussions et je crois qu'ils vont nous écouter et essayer d'aller dans notre sens pour que nous arrêtions les mouvements et non l'aggraver.
Still, of course, on the African scene, crossing over to Kenya, the Kenyan Wildlife Minister presented on Friday, the 4th of November, key findings of a new report titled The Impact of the Current Drought on Wildlife in Kenya. Sadly, the crisis affected nearly half of the East African nation's 8 provinces, leaving humans and beasts very few food sources. More information in the following report.
Kenya's worst drought in 4 decades is wreaking havoc on wildlife. The Wildlife Minister presented Friday, November 4th, key findings of a new report entitled The Impacts of the Current Drought on Wildlife in Kenya. The crisis has affected nearly half of the East African nation's 8 provinces, leaving humans and beasts very few food sources. Speaking at the press conference Friday, the Tourism and Wildlife Minister gave details on the high mortality of wildlife.
It has resulted in the deaths of the following species of wildlife. Wildebeests, we've lost a total of 512 animals. Common zebra, we've lost a total of 381. Our elephants, we've lost a total of